Hi friends, it's time to learn access modifiers. In order to understand the concept of access modifiers, we should know what is class and what is subclass, that is child class, and what is package, what is static or non-static variables, and what is static or non-static methods. If we have a basic knowledge of these concepts, it will be easy to understand the access modifiers. So access modifiers are used to set the access restrictions of a class or static or non-static variables and also methods. So these are the four types of access modifiers. One is public, one is package private, and one is protected, and last one is private. We will see public. So this is the public access modifier that we can use for the class or for the static variable or for the static methods or for the non-static variable or non-static methods. And we can access these public classes, methods or variables anywhere in the project. That means, let's say this is a public class, so we can access this public access modifier anywhere inside this project, whole project, all these variables as well. And this is a local variable, right? The variable which we create inside the method, we call it as local variable. So local variable access will be inside that particular method only. So it is not make sense using the access modifiers for local variables. So we should not use access modifiers for local variables. Got it? And let's go to the default access modifier. So default access modifiers is like if we are not using any access modifier before the class or before a static variable or static methods or before a non-static variable or non-static methods. So by default, Java consider that this is a default access modifier, and the default access modifier is also called as package private, which means that all the members are visible within the same package but aren't accessible from other packages. That means this default is present inside this particular package, right? Com access modifiers dot base. So this default class can only be accessible inside this base package classes only. If you are trying to access this default class outside this package, that is service or utility, then you cannot able to access. That means this is not visible in other packages, only visible inside the base package because this default present inside the base package. Hope you are clear with the default access modifier. And coming to protected. So protected keyword we will be using in order to apply a protected access modifier to methods or variables, but protected we will not be able to use to the classes. If you are writing the protected for the class, it will say compilation error. Protected is not applicable for classes, and protected members can only access inside the package and subclasses of another package. That means, let's say I have created one vehicle. So vehicle have a protected members, protected static variables, static methods, non-static variables, non-static methods. So in order to use this protected members, you can only use inside this particular package and child classes of another packages. So car is a child class for vehicle. So using car object, we can able to access the vehicle static members as well as non-static members, or else we cannot able to access. That means protected access modifier can able to access inside the package and subclasses of another package. What happens if you are trying to access? Let's say in vehicle service, I'm trying to access the protected members using the vehicle class and car object, but you can see it is giving a compilation error saying these are not accessible outside the package. And finally, private. So private is a keyword we will use to apply access modifiers. Again, private cannot be used for classes. Private access modifiers can be used for static or non-static variables or methods. And private members can be able to access inside that particular class only. That means this is one particular class. Inside this particular class, we have a private static variables methods, non-static variables methods. Let's say this is other class. That means this is a different class and this is a different class. If you are trying to access this private access members using this private class, it will give compilation error saying these are not accessible outside that particular class. So these are only accessible inside this particular class. Hope you understood. If you still have any concerns in the access modifiers, please make a comment. I'll address it. Thanks for watching.